Hi guys, how you doing? This is LaQueen here from Syracuse, New York, here at the Onondaga Community College here off of about 30 minutes from downtown and in Syracuse, New York. So I just want to say hello and shout out to all my family and friends from upstate New York, about 30 minutes to about 2 hours from the border of Canada, and shout out about a 2.5, 3 hour flight to Dallas, Texas, and about a 2 hour flight to Los Angeles, California. So again, shout out to all my friends and family in Texas and California, as well as in Chicago, Florida, DC, and here in upstate New York. So shout out to you guys as well. I'm here at the Onondaga Community College, and pretty much I'm just going through a lot of issues and papers and things like that that I have to go through in order to get ready. Pretty much I'm trying to get enrolled in the nursing school, the nursing program. So hopefully it will be some really good information for me. So the Onondaga Community College has great resources here. And they have a great career center that I was able to go ahead and get some professional business attire, as well as, pretty much get registered, enroll in the nursing program, get their application, and as well as talk to some other people too. So I'm happy to be enrolled here at classes, and there's a couple programs here, like a 1-year nursing program at BOCES here in Syracuse, as well as SUNY Upstate has a nursing program and a medical school as well. So, just pretty much saying hello and happy hi to you guys. So I did update my resume. I made it a little bit more upbeat and up to date, for social media, as well as to those who are looking for nurses. And I'm actually also getting enrolled and registered for the NCLEX as well. So I just have to go ahead and get the rest of my HESI scores and my past T scores as well, to get qualified to see what the nursing program here in Syracuse wants as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk to you little guys about my little things that I'm going through here. If you could just bear with me here. I'm just trying to set this up here. Let's just have a quick little about a 5 to 10 minute talk about some of the things I have going on, and here in Syracuse. That's why I'm going ahead and get a little bit settled down and focus on what I need to get focused. So hello to my one person, one listener. So I'm going to go ahead and show this to you guys on the board just to make it a little bit more easier to explain what I'm going through currently right now. So try to set this up here in the bulletin board. Here, let me just make this a little bit easier. Try to set this up here. Here in the bulletin board. This is a little bit difficult. Try to get this set up here. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's still a little bit high. Just shout out hello, see if you can still there with me. Still a little high. Up. There we go. Okay, a little bit is fine. There we go. Just try to get this set up, so bear with me, guys. Okay, good. All right, that's perfect. That is perfect. Okay, can you see me? Good. Great. Okay, so again, 2019 has been pretty much a very 2019 has been a very hard year for me. So it's right now it's almost November the 20th. There's about 5 to 6 more weeks left in 2019. So I've been through a lot. I've been through extremely a lot, everything since January of this year, 2019, up until now in December. So I'm pretty much trying to get focused and pretty much trying to do what I need to do. So I'm just pretty much trying to explain to you guys my priorities, and hopefully somebody who has been through what I have been through and, being in debt. Right now, I'm currently about $8,000 in the hole, payday loans, credit card bills, past rent, credit card bills, payday loans especially, and a red light ticket, a speeding ticket. I need to get addressed in Chicago, which is definitely every single minute. So pretty much, I'm having a lot of stress with dealing with men on the streets as well as my personal health. I have been affected. I had a mammogram, and got tested, and my doctor in Buffalo found a lump on my right breast. So I did have a mammogram, and I'm pretty much waiting on the results from that, as well as I'm getting a biopsy done, and one more week to figure out what's going on. So my health is also affected, as well as I don't have a job right now, and I have 3 college degrees, but I don't have a job, and my health is also personally affected, as well as my finances. Pretty much, I'm in the hole. I'm in the hole. So I just wanted to go ahead and explain to you guys a little bit. So if you just guys could continue to keep me in your thoughts and prayers, and those who have pretty much been through what I have been through can pretty much understand, just pretty much, I mean, it's not so much that, somebody hates you or a group hates you or somebody makes a hit on your life, or, the police can help you, the FBI can help you, the president can help you, anybody in the world can help you. But unless you get it together in your mind that you can somehow resolve the situation, first you need to figure out what you need to do as a person, and like what are my goals, where am I supposed to be, what am I supposed to do. People are calling out to me, people are calling me for jobs. There's resources out there, there's money out there that can do, there's public assistance, there's organizations, there's charities out there, but there's so many things out there that I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to figure out what I need to do and where I need to be, and what kind of resources that are available out there to me as well. So again, I have been doing some genealogy, and I have been doing some family research, and I have found some family in England, and I have some Indian in me, and some Cherokee, some Dakota Indian. All that stuff is good, but right now I just need to get my priorities in order so I can figure out where I need to be, so I can travel to the right place at the right time, and again figure out what I need to be and what I need to do in order to take this into the new year 2020, which is a new presidential election, which is a new time for me, that I won't have to make the same mistake over and over and over again. So pretty much, I'm just going to try to put it visually on a board. And again, if somebody has been through homelessness before, if somebody has been on public assistance disability before, if somebody has been on, has lost custody of their children, if you have been through any of my previous videos on YouTube, if you pretty much have been through what I have been through, just please reach out to me. Send me emails. I'm on SoundCloud. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on iTunes. I'm available. All resources are available to me. So if someone says that they cannot reach me, then they are lying, because I'm available through all platforms, all media platforms. My family has my phone number. My family has my email. My family knows exactly what city I am in. If somebody says they can't reach out to me, then they are lying, because I'm ready and I'm accessible anywhere. There's no reason why somebody cannot reach me if somebody is in an emergency. If there's a family emergency, if there's a health emergency, if there's something going on in my family, anybody, a member of my family, my son, my father, there's no reason that why somebody cannot reach out to me and say, where are you? You need to be here. This is what you need to do. So there is no reason for anything. If there's a personal emergency, a family emergency, any kind of reason why somebody cannot reach out to me, because they know where I am and they know what I'm currently doing. So I just want to go briefly over with you guys. Again, 2019 has been a really bad year for me. It hasn't been the worst year of my life, but it has been a really bad year for me. So, just continue to keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I'm just trying to go ahead and get this media set up. So just shout out to me, okay? Just shout out to me. Just comment if you can hear my voice, okay? So just comment if you can hear my voice, okay? Just a thumbs up. Okay. All right. So pretty much 2019. Okay. So I'm trying to break it down, because I've been through a lot of political stuff. There's been fires. There's been car transmission explosions. There have been buildings exploded. There's been, I've been involved with politics. I've been involved with the government. I've been involved with the mayor. I've been involved with city councilmen. I've been involved with my local community from Chicago to Texas to California. And now I'm in New York and the same thing's happening over and over. DC, the same thing happening over and over again. So I'm just trying to, for my one listener out there, thank you. I'm just trying to just briefly kind of go through what I need to go through. So I'm gonna try to keep it short and short and stuff. I know we're going on to 10 minutes in the live stream, but okay, so pretty much, so 2009, okay, so right now, 2019, bear with me here. Okay, so the library closes at 9. So 2019, oh, this marker sucks. Second green marker, okay. So, that's a really bad marker. Really, really bad marker. Okay, so 2019, here we go. This green marker's not working. Okay, so 2019, it has not been, it's been a really, really bad year for me. It's been a really bad year for me. It hasn't been, it hasn't been my worst year, but it's been a really, really bad year for me. I think that probably the worst year of my life was when I lost my son back in 2011. Okay, so pretty much I'm just gonna kind of briefly explain this to you guys, what I'm going through my personal life within about 5 to 10 minutes. Try to keep it simple so that somebody can reach out to me, and especially with people that have family that been through 9/11 can reach out to me. People that have family that been through the child custody system, people that have family, single women, Black women, males, females, church members, pastors, fathers, priests, whoever can reach out to me can just let me know that I've been through what you've been through. Okay, so pretty much 2019 has not been the worst year of my life. Actually, the worst year of my life has been 2011 when I lost custody of my son. Okay, that has been the worst year of my life. Okay, at the same time in 2011, was also 9/11, the eighth anniversary of 9/11. The 10th anniversary, was it? The 10th anniversary of 9/11, okay? So pretty much from 2011 to 2019, I've been going through the same thing over and over and over again, okay? I've had problems with shelter, I've had problems with getting a job, and had problems with getting food, and my health was also affected. So I'm constantly going in this circle, over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. From 2011 to 2019, I'm going through the same thing over and over and over again. It's the same thing. I'm having problems with getting shelter, I'm having problems with the job, and I'm having problems with my health, and also with food. So pretty much the same cycle over and over and over again. Shelter is number 1, a job is number 2, my health is extremely important, and then also food. So actually food wouldn't be here, it would actually be my health. So it wouldn't be food, it would actually be my health. And then food is actually on the very, very bottom. So shout out to my friends Dave Ramsey and Stacey Flowers. I love you guys. Thank you, Stacey Flowers. I love your videos. I love you, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stacey. Thank you so much for telling me your story as well. So pretty much, I've been going through a lot of situations, a lot of changes. It's been kind of political. It's been involved with the church, a bishop. It's been, the same cycle over and over and over again. And also some national events, national political events, elections, presidents, things like that are also normal for other people, but it's not normal for me. So it may be normal for other people, but in my situation, it hasn't been normal for me, because as a 30 something person, now I'm 34 years old, people that have overcome these same situations in their 30s, and now they're having a full-time job, full-time families, dogs, houses, condos, land. And I'm still in my 30s now with 3 college degrees and homeless on the street living with drug addicts and ex-felons. And that's, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I apologize. You know, people have been in the same situation, but there's something wrong with it as a single young person being exposed to ex-cons and drug addicts, and you can be exposed to their situations, and you can also be molested and abused at the same time because you're exposed to this environment, and your health can also be affected as well. So it cannot be, you know, your safety may be an issue as well. So I've lost my ID, I've lost my identity, I've lost my mace, I've lost my ID, I've lost my social security card, I've lost my Medicare card, I've lost my insurance card, I've lost my iPhone, you know, all these situations because I've been homeless. And other people have been through the same thing that I have been through, but they have overcome it. So from 2011 to 2019, there's an issue with there's a problem with this. 8 years later, for me, going through the same thing over and over and over again, not just from Texas to Chicago, but actually coming from California to Texas to Tennessee to Florida and now in New York. I'm going through the same thing over and over and over and over again. It's the same cycle. But the same cycle, my son was born on 9/11, on the 10th anniversary of 9/11. And I was also supposed to serve in the United States military, in the United States Army Reserve 3 years after 9/11. So there's a lot of stuff going on with that as well as with 9/11. But in my personal situation, I've been going through the same circle over and over and over and over and over again. The same thing over and over and over again. Same thing, job, shelter, food, health. But where does 9/11 come in? People that have been through 9/11, and they're still waiting for their money. 18 years later, they're still waiting for funding from the government, funding from the state of New York. So really, 9/11 doesn't have much to do with me because I'm not getting any money. I'm not getting any funding. You know, I'm not getting anything. I'm broke. I'm homeless. So 9/11 really doesn't have to deal with me. Except the only thing that 9/11 has to deal with me is my military experience, is my army military service record, because I was supposed to serve in 2003. I was supposed to be deployed. I was supposed to go to boot camp, and I did it, and I chickened out. And look, I'm facing the rest of my life here in 2019, dealing with the fact that I did not deploy, and dealing with the fact that I did not finish my service in the Army Reserves in Siegel Hill, Texas. So from 2003, you know, we can even go further. From 2011, we can actually go to 2003. We can even go further from 2003 when I graduated from high school in 3 years. So we can go further when I graduated from high school and started my discharge, my interest into the United States military from when my son was born. So here we go again with 9/11, Okay. 9/11, I was supposed to serve 3 years after the 9/11 attack. Okay. Here we go again. Okay. You follow me? Are you guys following me? And now, 18 years later, 9/11. But it's the 18th anniversary of 9/11. It's the 18th anniversary of 9/11, and my son is 8 years old. It's the 18th anniversary of 9/11, and my son is 8 years old. It's the 10th anniversary of 9/11, and my son is an infant. He's a child. He's a baby. And it's the third year of the anniversary of 9/11. And I was supposed to be serving in the United States Army Reserves and be deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, and go overseas as a licensed vocational nurse to be deployed in my medical combat unit. And I did. So from 9/11/01 to 8 years later, when my son was born in Los Angeles, California, at St. Francis Hospital. He was born on September the 8th, but he was born 2 days before 9/11, which was the 8th anniversary, up until now, 9/11/19, which is the 18th anniversary, and my son is 8 years old. So I have a lot of things going on right now. But again, this is one situation right here in itself. This 9/11. On my military experience, on my military service. That's just one situation where somebody actually has been through what I'm going through. If I have any military veterans out there, if I have any combat veterans, Army, Marines, Air Force, Navy, if they can actually understand and analyze the situation for me, because I'm still going in a circle over and over and over and over again. I'm still homeless. My health is being affected, and I don't have a job. And this is actually 20 years after I graduated from high school. I graduated high school in honors in 3 years. Okay. I graduated high school, top 10% of my class, and class about 300, 400 students. Okay. So if somebody can actually go through this situation with me, bear with me, okay? If somebody can actually go through the situation and help me analyze everything I've been going through, homeless over the years, homeless for the past, God, I've been homeless for the past, you know, thank you. Yes, yes, I will. I will remember to guard my privacy. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I will remember to abide by the community guidelines. So, thank you, YouTube. Thank you guys for those who are listening out to me to YouTube. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. So I really appreciate it. And so again, it's going to be about 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes until the live stream. So pretty much, if someone could just pretty much help me analyze, and I do respect privacy. Privacy is number one. Security, safety, safety is definitely an issue. Safety, safety is the number one issue, definitely. I mean, safety is the number one issue. Safety is priority. Safety is foremost number one. Safety is foremost number one. But if somebody can help me analyze what I've been going through and actually can help me understand that if they've been through the situation that I've been through, well, then maybe they can help me understand and process exactly what's been going on. So again, from 9/11, 2001, when I was actually a sophomore in high school. Actually, I was a freshman, sophomore in high school at Northside High School in Fort Worth, Texas, when I saw the airplanes explode, go through the 9/11, the towers in New York City. I saw it on TV in my ROTC class with Sergeant Lashley. He told us to go on TV and actually watch what was going on in the towers as the airplanes went straight through the towers, in 9/11. So I actually saw the towers go, I actually saw the airplanes go straight through the towers, live streaming on TV, on NBC, CBS, and ABC with my ROTC Army Sergeant, Drill Sergeant, First Sergeant Lashley from the Bahamas told us we need to watch this on TV. Something's going on and our nation's being affected. Our national security's been affected. So again, if somebody can help me analyze what the situation going on, because I don't want to go through the same thing over and over and over again. But if somebody has been through what I've been through, it's not just, and 9/11 is a big issue. 9/11 is a big issue. But at the same time, I have to take care of my priorities. And my first priority is safety and shelter. That's my very first priority. My very first priority is safety and shelter. That's number one. Second priority is my health. Health, definitely. Number two. Third priority is job security. For finances, and take care of me, and as well as being able to take care of my son, who, of course, I lost custody of in 2011 when he was 6 months old. 2012 when he was 6 months old. So again, a lot of things happened at the hospital in St. Francis Memorial Hospital, as well as in Cook County, Houston, Texas. When he was 6 months old, I had a problem with the Houston Methodist Hospital, some things that they did to my son, which I did not tolerate, which I went a little bit crazy about, and following the streets all over Houston because I lost custody of my son and he was sick. He was pretty much on life support, but he's doing better now. But if somebody can actually help me analyze again what I've been going through, and if they can analyze the situation for me. So 9/11 really is a big issue. 9/11 really is a big issue. Number one, I was supposed to serve in the armed forces. I was supposed to be finish my medic combat training. I was supposed to be trained as a nurse, as a 91 Whiskey Mike 6. They no longer have that. They no longer have that title. That job code, that MOS, 91 Whiskey Mike 6 is no longer in the United States Army job code. 91 Whiskey Mike 6 is no longer in the United States Army job code instruction manual. So people that are going into the Army right now can no longer get that job, can no longer have that title reserved for them. Now they can become a nurse, but it's a different branch. It's a different MOS code. But that 91 Whiskey Mike 6, that combat medic LPN technician, that job title in the United States Army is that job, those specific codes for that job title is no longer in the United States Army. That particular job title has another job code on it. I think it's like a Charlie code. It's probably like a Charlie code or another army code, but it's no longer a 91 Whiskey Mike 6. That Army job code, MOS job code title is no longer in the United States Army MOS guidelines for people having that job title. So that job title as of 2019 is no longer exists for the United States Army. So there's a lot of things, I was supposed to be training in the Army. They sent me to pre-basic training to try to get ready for an hour. I spent one whole week, all expenses paid in Little Rock, Arkansas. Had a little pre-basic training, woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, had drill sergeants, everything, PT, all that stuff, everything. But you know what? I chickened out, and I chickened out when I was supposed to go to be basic training in North Carolina. I chickened out because I didn't want to be deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan in 2003. So I apologize to my recruiter, but I do apologize. But a lot of situations that I've been through since 2003, when I graduated from high school, 2011 when my son was born on the 8th anniversary of 9/11, and 2019 on the 18th anniversary of 9/11, you can say it's political if you want to. You can say it's political, but at the same time, I have to pay attention to my priorities. My priorities as of 2019, my main priorities have been safety and security. And safety means having a shelter, having a roof over my head. That has been the main priorities, safety and shelter, okay? Number two, my next priority, this has been my number one priority, okay? That's been my number one priority is safety and security, safety and shelter. That's been my number one priority. My second priority is my health. And this is really, really important to people that actually have survived and have gone through 9/11 or any kind of PTSD, any kind of trauma situations, anything with sexual abuse, sexual trauma, anybody that has experienced trauma in their life, whether it's sexual related, emotionally related, physical abuse, sexual abuse, trauma, whether it's war, or any kind of battle trauma, gang violence, any kind of trauma in your life, you pretty much have to just pay attention to what are my basic necessities? What do I need to pay attention to my life? What is important in my life right now for me to be able to survive through the situation? Whether it could be 9/11, whether it could be military combat, whether it could be sexual abuse, physical abuse, domestic violence, whatever the situation, you got to take care of your family, you got to take care of your kids. But the very most important thing is you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you won't have your kids. At the end of the day, you won't have your husband. You won't have a job. You won't have anybody. The only person you have at the end of the day is yourself. So I'm just helping somebody with this domestic violence, sexual abuse, trauma abuse, PTSD, 9/11, any kind of major trauma in your life. You just pretty much have to pay attention to the basic necessities. Basic necessities in your life. The most important thing is shelter security, whether it's in a homeless facility, whether it's a domestic violence shelter, whether it's living with an aunt, an uncle, cousin, whether it's living with a neighbor. The very most important things that you got to pay attention to is your safety and your shelter. Your safety, security, and your shelter. That's a very number one most important thing. Number two most important thing is you got to take care of your health. Your health is very, very, very important. That's the second thing that you got to take care of is your health. Your health is very important. The next thing that you got to take care of, you got to take care of a job, or you got to have some way to make money. Okay, that's very important. Okay, the third thing is you got to pay attention to. I need a job. I need to have some way to make money. After your health is taken care of, and after your safety and security and your shelter is taken care of. So you can't have a job until your health is taken care of, and you can't have a job until you're in a safe place, if you're in a safe environment. Okay, so the most important thing is to be in a safe environment and to have a safe environment, whether it's in a shelter for a couple hours, whether it's in a fire department, whether it's in a police station, whether it's in a hospital, whether it's at a church. No matter where you are in all the world, the most important thing you got to think of at the end of the day is my safety. My safety. I need shelter. I need safety. No matter where you are in the world, Afghanistan, Iraq, London, Paris, Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon, Kenya, South America, Antarctica, then wherever you are in the world, you got to pay attention to safety and shelter. That's the number one most important thing you got to pay attention to. The second thing you got to pay attention to is your health. How am I feeling? What's my heart saying? How my blood pressure, my water. You got to picture like how am I feeling? Am I okay? My physical health and my mental health. I got to take care of my physical health as well as my mental health. So this is the second thing is your health. It's your mental health and your physical health as well. The third thing you got to take care of is your money. And either some way you got to make money. It's either a job or you got to have some way to kind of make money. You're waiting for something, waiting for a check, or you're trying to get public assistance, TANF, welfare benefits. You're waiting for a check in the mail. You're waiting for family money. You're waiting for some kind of money. Whatever kind of resources, financial resources are available, you got to take care of them. Whether it's getting a part-time job at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Burger King, doing Uber, Lyft, taxes will come later, but you got to figure out some way to have some kind of financial resources. Whether it's getting right there, going down the street and going to the welfare office and applying for food stamps and public aid, or whether it's as calling a temporary agency and asking them to work a couple days a week. You got to find some way to even have $20, even have $1, even have some change. Maybe sir, can I borrow a quarter for a cup of coffee? Ma'am, can I borrow $1 for a cup of coffee? Ma'am, I just need some change. So I just need, maybe some change for a cup of coffee. I need some change for a piece of bread. Whatever it is, you got to find some way to make money, okay? So with all that said, with everything said, through everything that I've been through from 9/11, from the first anniversary of 9/11 from 2003, the second anniversary of 9/11 from 2003, when I graduated from high school, and then the 10th anniversary of 9/11 when my son was born, and then the 18th anniversary of 9/11. Right now, my son is 8 years old, and it's now 2019. And I'm still homeless in New York City. I still got to pay attention to what my basic necessities are and what my basic, and school does come later. School is good. School, get all your college degrees is good. Being on social media is good. Hey, communication, whatever. Communication is good. People say communication is first. But on Maslow's hierarchies of needs, the very first thing on Maslow's hierarchy of needs is safety. Okay, that has been Abraham Maslow is from 1920s, 1930s as psychological. So the very most important thing on Maslow's hierarchy of needs is safety and security. That's number one fundamental security wherever you are in the world from the 1900s up until the millennium, 2019. Even in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, even Freud, Sigmund Freud, all these philosophers all throughout time, wherever it is, wherever you are, if you have a mental illness, if you're going through depression, anxiety, if you're going through domestic violence situation, whatever you have, if you have cancer, if you have high blood pressure, if you're going through a heart attack, if you have lung cancer, wherever it is, whatever you're going through, the very most important thing you got to pay attention to is your safety and shelter. So you can have breast cancer, you can have lung cancer, you can have AIDS, HIV, but you can have AIDS, HIV, you can go through breast cancer all you want to. You can say, oh, I'm going through this horrible life disease, but if you don't have safety, if you don't have a place to live, if you don't have shelter, roof over your head, then you know what? You can't get the resources. People can't reach out to you, can't get the resources out there to help you in your time of need. So again, you got to pay attention to the most important thing that you're going through. The most important thing, the number one is safety and security. Okay, safety is number one. Number two, again, if you're going through HIV, breast cancer, lung cancer, high blood pressure, any kind of health situation is whether it's physical health or your mental health, you got to take care of your health. That's number two. So your health is important, but your health comes before your safety. Your safety is number one, but your health comes after your shelter and safety. Okay, so you could be, going through depression or whatever, or going through psychotic situations. But if you don't have safety, if you don't have a place to stay, if you're not in a facility that can take care of you, if you're not somewhere where people can actually protect you from yourself, then your health is in danger because you don't have you don't have a system around you to pretty much protect you from yourself. So again, this is very, very important. Your health comes second, but your safety and security and your shelter is number one most important. So number one most important is your safety and security. Number two is most important is your health. whether it's your physical health or your mental health. That's number two. That's most important. Last is important is your job and money. Your job, any kind of way to have any kind of assistance, whether public assistance, disability, food stamps, a check waiting in the mail from your family, any kind of thing. So your job and your money is very, very most important. The last thing, and then, so all of these things is very important, and food and everything else comes last, but when you get health, your health taken care of, and people are actually able to, pretty much let you know where food comes into play. But again, I'm just going to break it down for you. Safety is number one, most important. After safety comes health. After health comes job and money and resources. And after job and money resources comes food and water. But water is important. So water, but you do need food and water. But, food and water is good as well. Okay. Food and water is very, very, very good as well. But again, your safety is very important. Number one, foremost important is your safety. Number two, foremost important is your health. Your health is very important. Number three is any kind of financial resources, whether it's a British pound, whether it's the Chinese dollar, any kind of Arabic dollar, any kind of Spanish dollar you have to figure out some way to make money or change. It doesn't have to be $20. It doesn't have to be $1,000. It just be some way to get change, physical change in your hand, some way to get some kind of coin in your hand, anything because currency is like bargaining. This doesn't necessarily be money, but it could just be some kind of bargaining tool. And then after money comes food and water. Okay, so food and water is number one most important, but you got to have a roof over your head, and you got to have some way to take care of your health. Okay, your health is very much important. So you can have all the food and water. I mean, water is important, but you can have all the food that you want. But if your health is not being taken care of, your health is not being prioritized, then something's wrong with the overabundance of food, and not your health is being risked. Or the overabundance of money, you have so much money, but your health is being risked. You're not taking care of your health. Or you have so much money, you have all this. You're a billionaire, but you don't have a place to live. You know what I'm saying? Or you're a billionaire, but you don't have any food in your refrigerator. You don't have any food to eat. You're constantly working, but you're not taking care of your physical body, and you're not taking care of your mental health. So a lot of these things are important. And I just wanted to go ahead and briefly again talk about my 9/11 about 30 more seconds. I know it's been 30 minutes on the clock, the YouTube live stream. So again, I'm just going to briefly go through this. And this has been a whole situation for me. It's been going on for the last 18 years of my life, 9/11. I found here in New York to understand, thank you, YouTube, to understand that people have been going through the same thing that I have been going through as well. So again, my son was born in 2003, the second anniversary of 9/11, on the attacks of 9/11 in New York City. My son, I graduated from high school in 2003, okay, in 3 years. And I was supposed to be deployed to overseas in the United States Army Reserves in Syracuse, Texas, United States 94th General Combat Unit in 2003. But I chickened out and I did it because I was scared about the Taliban. I was supposed to be deployed in the Army in 2003 to serve the United States military, to serve our commander-in-chief, to help protect the nation against the Taliban, against invaders. But I didn't. 10 years later, in 2011, my son was born. On the 10th anniversary of 9/11, my son was born in Los Angeles, California. I did have the decision to go to New York City or LA, but I chose LA instead to be closer to family, which didn't even work out. 18 years later, after 9/11, my son is 8 years old, and I'm now in New York, but I'm still going through the same situation over and over again that I went through 8 years before. Homelessness, no money, and my health is constantly deteriorating. So guys, if you've been through this whole situation with any kind of PTSD, trauma, sexual violence, sexual abuse, any kind of situation in your life, thank you for that one listener. If you could just go ahead and just briefly, send me comments, send me feedback to let me know that I'm not alone, that you're not alone, that other people have been through the same thing that I have been through, and maybe that they can overcome the situation as well. So this is LaQueen Terry Battle. I'm on SoundCloud, I'm on YouTube, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn. If there's any kind of situation, if there's any kind of emergency, and people say, I can't reach her, I don't know where she is, they are lying through their teeth, because I'm ready and available, especially dealing with my family, especially dealing with people in leadership politicians, community leadership, job. People say, oh, I can't give her a job because I don't know where she is. I don't know where she lives. That's a lie. If somebody says that they don't know where I am and that's why they can't give me a job, that is a lie because I'm ready and accessible anywhere. That's number one. If people say they can't give me a job because they don't know where I am, that is a lie. Number two, if people say they can't give me any services, they can't give me any food stamps, they can't give me any services, they can't give me any aid, they can give me any kind of public assistance, they're lying. Then number two, because I'm ready and accessible anywhere. That's number two. I can't get communication with my family and I can't get any kind of public assistance. Number three, if somebody says I can't give her an apartment, I can't give her any housing, I don't want her in my house. I want her to be my roommate because I never know where she is. I don't know anything about her. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Who are you? Oh, you're just a tramp, or you're just a trick, or you're just a prostitute. Well, you know what? I'm a medical assistant. I'm a community first aid responder. The fire department, every single fire department, every single city, every single police department in every single city, from Buffalo to here in Syracuse to DC to Chicago to Texas, every single fire department, every single police department, every city single councilman, they know where I am. They know who I am, and they know where I am. So if somebody's saying she's not who she says, if she's not a nurse, she's not a medical assistant, she's not a medical professional, if they say that, then they are lying because the fire department knows who I am, the police department knows who I am, and the city, every single city hall, every single city hall, every mayor in every single city that I've been to knows who I am. They know who I am. Maybe they don't know my name, but they know of me. They know how to reach me. May not know specifically my name or what I look like or my hair, whether I'm bald or whether I have long hair or wig. You know, she's always wearing a wig. She's not who she says she is. She's this, she's that. If they say that, then they are lying, okay? Because I am who I am. It's on the internet. It's on the streets. I have experience throughout the years. They know who I am. People know of me. They know what I do. They know how I can help them. I'm ready and accessible anywhere all around the world because I am who I say I am. And I'm not going to lie, okay? Let a liar be a liar and let the truth be the truth, okay? I've been raised that way all throughout my life from my daddy at Pounds Electronics in Fort Worth, Texas, from Calvary Cathedral, from the River Bible Church, from even the Potter's House in Dallas, Texas, from Bishop T.D. Jakes to Pastor Bob Nichols, from Pastor Rodney Howard Brown, from Pastor, Noel Jones, everybody knows, I'm always I love to be involved in the community. I love to be involved in the church. I love to be involved in the schools. I am who I say I am, and I may not be at the right mentality at the right moment. I may be out of my mind, or I may be alone, and I may not try to be with somebody. I may just be in my own zone, whatever. But I am who I say I am. I do what I say I do. And if anybody needs to reach me, or if anybody knows how say they can't reach me, I'm not who I say I am. That's a lie because people know who I am. They know of me and they know how to reach me. So again, all these situations from 9/11 until from 2003, from 2019, if somebody has been through what I've been through and they can actually identify with me, analyze what I've been through, then please reach out to me. My email is laqueen.battle@gmail.com. I'm on SoundCloud, I'm on YouTube, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook. Reach out to me, LaQueen Battle. I'm in Syracuse right now. Reach out to me an email and just send my email, send my love, okay? I love you guys from the YouTube community, from here in Syracuse, New York at OCC College. I love you guys. Peace and love. Deuces. Bye.